She got too much on her plate. I'm gonna say almost every single day. Get up on my face, I'ma hit you with this game.
You're doing it big. You're on tour with Little Skies right now. How are you feeling tonight?
Feeling good. I'm excited. Yeah.
So you're about halfway through the tour now?
Yeah, halfway.
How's it been so far?
It's been good. Yeah, it's been good. The crowd's been good.
Cause every night's another mess I can't escape. I try to tell myself at night that I'm okay. Wish all my thoughts inside my head would go away.
What up, y'all? Welcome to another Waterwave TV interview. Who am I here with today?
Sam.
And I heard of you first time at Summer Smash. I always like to tap in with some of the new underground guys that Cole be putting on the lineup. So I tapped in, I seen you were going crazy, and ever since then I've been following your little music journey you got going on.
Hell yeah, appreciate it. Hell yeah.
Let me preface, I hate when people say little music journey. I do not mean it that way. I've been following your music journey that you got going on. You're doing it big. You're on tour with Little Skies right now. How are you feeling tonight?
Feeling good. I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, you're about halfway through the tour now?
Yeah, halfway.
How's it been so far?
It's been good. Yeah, it's been good. The crowd's been cool. Yeah, it's been fun. I'm excited. Yeah.
I was scrolling through your page a little bit, and I've seen that you were a cameraman, or you still are. When we hit you for the first time today, when you came out and said what up to us, you had the camera in hand. Did you always make music while doing the camera stuff, or was this something you picked up more recently? I see your Spotify, goes back to 2023, but people have music all over the place.
Yeah. I probably started making music 2022. I started making music. I think I made my first few songs at Ian's crib, Ian Dior. I was recording just music for fun with his engineer, and every time I'd go there and shoot some stuff for Ian or whatever, we would just hang out in his studio, just out for hours and just pull up random beats and just record music and shit. And then from there, I learned how to record myself and mix myself and engineer all my own music, and then everything I put out, I've all mixed and mastered and engineered.
So much money and it goes from my heart. Too many people in my life I got to care. I knew this thing and it was folded from the start. Spend about 100 racks on the demons. Turn up fast when you dash in the demon. Why you know I want to baddest when you're teasing? I guess I don't got a baddest for a reason. Why you dodging on my pearls? Throw these racks up on the floor. Watch out for these labels, they all trying to take it slow. I'm a young bitch, paying me like 30 just to show. You like 40 on my session, you like 40 for the rub. Wrong, not for pill, not forget my way back home. Chewy on the thrill, I'm a guy before I go. The money gets me going, and the dishes is for show. I don't ever need nobody, just my family and my brothers. Running rest up in the air like I don't care. So much money and it goes from my heart. Too many people in my life I got to care. I knew this thing and it was folded from the start.
Nice. It all sounds pretty good too. Did you kind of feel the role? Because obviously you're surrounded, like you said, by Ian Dior. You're obviously surrounded by a lot of big names so far in your career, doing behind the scenes, holding cameras, directing stuff. Were you kind of filling in that role of I'm gonna do music and I'm gonna wait for my turn to shine, my time to shine type of vibe? You could kind of feel I'm still new to the game. I'm around all these stars. Let me not try to push myself a little too early.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, when I even was doing the video stuff, I never really had a thought of even making music. I was just doing it for fun, to be honest, when I first started. And then from there, I kind of just really started taking it more serious. So it wasn't really a wait my turn type of thing. I just never really knew how to do any of it until I learned, But I like the way I because now I know the music business side of it more now. And so going into it as a new artist, but being in the game for years, just doing video, graphics, whatever, it gets me more strategic on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Music-wise.
I always like to see when people, take one craft and, can turn it into a lot of other things. Or people are just comfortable with picking up the camera and then being in the right rooms, and before you know it, you can tell your story about, hey, I also make music. Oh, shit, let me hear something. And all of a sudden you're in the studio playing your songs. Oh, that's hard. You never know what opportunities may bring. And speaking of big opportunities, how did you get tied in with Summer Smash?
Summer Smash, really just Cole asked me one day, so basically probably last year, last 2 years, I was working a lot in behind the scenes of the Lyrical Lemonade album. So I'd always be at Cole's crib just chopping up BTS videos, studio footage, whatever. I was in the studio for probably the whole album, the process of it, and the music videos too. So and Cole he's keeping up to date what I'm doing. He saw I was making music, dropping music, and he was like, if you ever want to be on Summer Smash or any our shows, just let me know. And I was like, all right, bet, yeah, I'm down. And that's all it was. It was just a little conversation in his living room,
Wish all my thoughts inside my head would go away. Too many nights inside my bed I stay awake. Cause if I fall asleep right now I might not wake. It's like my days I live my dream and fade away. But everything's not what it seems, I can't relate. I done lost so many friends, they wanna go and play pretend. I gotta put myself together to feed my family in the end. I want a house and I spend, I wanna bring the dividend. I wish my dreams could make sense, even when the world be hit again. Lost inside my head, it's only me until the end. Fighting all these battles with the knife inside my skin. Taking all these losses, hoping for another win. Trying to pray to God, but it won't help me when I sin. All these nights I pray to God and say he win. Cause every night's another mess I can't escape. I try to tell myself at night that I'm okay. Wish all my thoughts inside my head would go away. Too many nights inside my bed I stay awake. Cause if I fall asleep right now I might not wake. It's like my days I live my dream and fade away. But everything's not what it seems, I can't relate.
That's how, yeah. Shout out Cole, yeah.
Yeah. How did you meet Cole?
I met Cole probably like 2020 for the first time when I was living with the Cam, Johnny, and Landon at the CUFBOYS house. That's when I first moved to LA. So I was living with them 2020, and then I've been living with Landon ever since I've lived in LA. I still live with him now. And yeah, just through like mutual friends, you know what I mean? Through like Landon's guys, a bunch of artists. Like, you know, a lot of the artists I work with also are just, you know, really close mutual friends with Cole. So that's kind of how I met Cole. Like, I've known him for like probably like a few years before I really started working with Lyrical, a lot more hands-on with like their behind-the-scenes stuff. But I've always just crossed paths with him so many times, just like, you know, through other people I know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there any advice you give to someone that is thinking about picking up a camera or, you know, making music today?
Yeah, I mean, I guess just pick it up and just try it, you know what I mean? And, you know, like, because if I never tried even trying to make music, I probably would never be in this position. So it's like, just, you know, don't be afraid to take risks and, you know, chase. I mean, it's so cliche, but like chase your dreams. Really, you could do anything really like that. You know, you put your mind to. You just gotta actually like, you know, really like put that effort in, put the work in, and, you know, really love it too. You know.
Mm-hmm. One thing I forgot to ask: where are you from?
I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, but I moved to LA in 2020, and I've been living there ever since.
Did you start making music in Boston?
No, I started making music in LA in 2022.
I was gonna ask when. What the music scene is like out there,
Yeah.
but maybe.
I mean, it's cool. There's like a few artists, you know what I mean? I'm not really tapped in too much in the Boston scene. I mean, I know that, you know, I know like Richard Mary's from out there. He's been going up. I know like Millie's is going up, you know, Bia. But yeah, it's not really known for music though. I feel like Boston's known more for like sports and shit.
Definitely.
So like, you know, that's why I wanted to move out of Boston when I was in high school. Because when I was in high school, I was doing a lot of graphic design work and camera work. So then, you know, after I graduated high school in 2019, 2020, I moved to LA so I can really like, you know, get my feet in other doors, you know, in the music industry out in LA.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Well, this was Ricky from Waterwave TV. This was
Sam.
And we were in Minneapolis at the Fine Line. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Check out the Waterwave merch. Go and get him dripped out. Hopefully he fuck with it. If not, that's all right. If I don't see you ever wear it again, it's okay.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna wear it for sure.
Okay. We out. Peace.